failure. Probably one of the biggest, most important things that we can do as human beings to have a better quality of life, a more fulfilled life, is to start as soon as fucking possible, is to deal with failure. See, most of us as kids are brought up with this universal belief that failure is bad, right? That losing is bad, and that failure or losing means, things like embarrassment. It means humiliation. It means we're not good enough. It means that we should not ever even try something unless we are absolutely 100% sure that we can win. So what happens is we go through life, and this happens over and over again, right? We don't tell that girl we fancy them in case she doesn't feel the same. We don't go for that job in case we don't get it. We don't make that phone call to say sorry in case our apology isn't accepted. We don't do anything. We don't try anything new. We just don't. You see, I hate losing. Like, don't get me wrong. All right, I'm not one of these fucking fourth place trophy fuckers, right? I believe that you should always want to win. I'm not saying don't make winning important, not at all. I hate losing, all right? But here's the thing. I just love winning a lot fucking more, which drives me to always try. I'd rather hunt the win in spite of a potential loss than not chase the win at all. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't always like this. I used to be the worst. I was the worst guy. I'd be the guy that halfway through a fucking challenge, if I wasn't gonna win, I'd quit just so I could say at the end, yeah, man, I only lost because I quit. It wasn't because I failed. I could have won if I carried on. It's absolute fucking bullshit, But this is what happens out there. It wasn't until I started to love failure and look for it, I started being successful in the shit I was doing. Failure is a massive part of being successful. You have to be comfortable failing. You have to learn to love it. And to do that, the first step, you have to forget all of those bullshit associations that we've got about failure that I just said. You've got to replace them with positive ones. The first thing you can do to achieve this is to stop calling it failure and start calling it feedback, all right? Because if you think about it, that's all failure really is. There's actually no such thing as failure, all right? Failure can only ever be achieved when you quit and you say, that's it, I'm done, all right? If instead you call it feedback and say, okay, so it didn't work this time because of this and that, and next time to make it work, I'm gonna try this and that, then you'll never fail at anything. Think of Thomas Edison when he invented the light bulb. It took him over 10,000 fucking tries at this thing to actually create the light bulb. All right, he didn't believe in failure. When asked why he carried on after 10,000 times, why he carried on doing it, he said, look, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb, right? It's like asking a kid to stop trying to walk after they try one time and fall over. Imagine if we did that. We'd all be fucking crawling around on the floor, right? Any parents out there that are listening to this, because, it's a massive one. You have to be very careful with the way that you handle your kids failing, as it can cripple them as adults. So now I know this about failure. Now I know there's no such thing as failure, only feedback. I know now how to handle it with my kids. I'll give you a perfect example with my son Ben, taking his 11 plus in primary school. Now this is a test that if you pass in United Kingdom, in England, you can go to the grammar school, right? Which is like a more prestigious school, I suppose. That's all bollocks, really. So when I was a kid, I was told by my mum and a few other people, my dad and people like this, people that love me, people around me, that I should try and take this test because they'd think I'd pass. But my teacher at the time, the old witch that she was, told me that she didn't think I was gonna pass it. So I had all of these fucking fears and doubts in my mind that shit, like what if I take this test and fail? All right, all of the people that think I'm gonna pass it, like my mum and all these people that love me, they're gonna think I'm a failure. They're gonna be disappointed. They're gonna be upset. They're gonna be heartbroken, yada, yada, yada. Just total bollocks going through in my mind, okay? So what did I do as a kid? I didn't take the test, all right? I just bottled it. I didn't take it, and who knows what could have happened. I probably would have fucking passed it. I don't know. But my son Ben, he went for it, all right? And he was similar to me at school. And he went for it. And he come back and he actually failed the test, right? And obviously, he's feeling shit. He's just failed at something massive. He's going to think we're all going to be disappointed in him or whatever. Do you know what we did? We went out and we fucking celebrated that failure. We actually celebrated him trying. So I told him the story of me not doing it. I've told him how proud I was that he actually fucking tried. He should always try things, even if he thinks he's going to fail. Because that, now he's got association of failure being something that's not bad. Right? So guess what? Next time, when there's a big fucking decision to make in his life, he's not going to be afraid to try again because he doesn't fear what's on the other side if he doesn't do it. You know, when people look at successful people or people that have what they want, they have this fucking delusion that they have got where they are by miraculously succeeding at everything that they've done, right? Without failing. And the odds of them doing that without failing are like 0. See, they've failed to realize that that person that they look up to, that person that they want to be, that person that's on top has failed more fucking times than they can possibly imagine. Now, seriously, I have friends and people that meet me and they say, wow, Matt, you know, you're so lucky you did it. You know, you achieved it, you got it, all of this sort of stuff. They have no idea that I fail every single day. See, what successful people do is they fail fast. I fail, I recover, I learn from it, and I try again, and I try again, and again, and again. Because I'm trying again so fucking fast, everyone on the outside looking in just thinks I'm doing everything for the first fucking time. See, if I was to fail and do what most people do and sit around and bitch and moan like a pussy, blaming him and her and this and that and making a big deal out of it, people would know I fucked up. Like seriously, you know, they'd be saying, hey, did you hear about Matt Wilson? You know, did you hear about him failing at that thing? Oh, he fucked up. Yeah, he failed it. But because I learn from it, I recover, and most importantly, I try again, no one even fucking notices. And they think I'm Superman. Don't fear failure. Like, learn to love it. Learn to live with it every day and realize that it doesn't exist as the world knows it.